Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish, and welcome back to some more Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord. Today we are taking a look at a brand new multiplayer mod that is currently in its testing phases, looking to go ahead and release a version we'll be able to play early next year. This is Vikings, and oh my god, does it look like a ton of fun. So this mod is being developed by the same people who are making the Bannerlord mod. The Bannerlord mod, if you don't know, is a Viking modification overhaul for the single player of Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, which looks to add in naval combat, looks to add in beach landings, completely custom campaign map, immersive assets, and all that lovely stuff, which is really exciting. And this is a side project that they've gone ahead and released, and it is basically here to go ahead and kind of show off what they're working on, but the campaign map obviously isn't ready yet, the single player isn't ready yet. So as I said, this project is really here to kind of show off some of the stuff that they are working on and give people some a little taste of what to expect. And the multiplayer is super fun. There was recently a playtest over the weekend that I got ahead and got a bunch of people telling me about it, and the developers were kind enough also to go ahead and give me some assets and some videos from that playtest, which we are now looking at right now. So this is hopefully going to be a really positive thing for the overhaul, not only for the Viking multiplayer mod, which is separate from Bannerlord, but also for Bannerlord as well, because it gives them the ability to go ahead and get feedback on their assets. It gets them to be able to test stuff out, so they can go ahead and see how, you know, balancing is with weapons and the armors, and if stuff needs to be adjusted or changed, and also gives us something to go ahead and play whilst they're working on more and more stuff, because, you know, of course, the Viking era is known for all of its shield walls and all their kind of, you know, the assaults and stuff, so that should hopefully make for some really fun combat. And in that first clip, you just saw two of the clans kind of engaging in a bit of a loose formation. Something else I'm really looking forward to, and I'm hoping that we'll get to see, is maybe some naval stuff in the multiplayer, whether it is just beach landings or something. That could be really fun. And as I said, you know, because these mods are working in kind of coordination with one another, it allows them to basically test stuff out, you know, like how do the naval invasions work, if that's something they do plan. Like, they can bring in custom scenes that are going to be in the campaign map and basically see, you know, does this work for a good battle? Is there enough space for people to go ahead and fight in? And basically, you know, what that stuff can go ahead and entail. Right now, we're currently watching a little bit of engagement in the foresty areas as the enemy forces push up and really try and overwhelm the defenses. You can see the type of weapons as well, lots of axes, long throwing weapons, sturdy shields, and heavy armor as well. Even the new flag bannerman as well over on the left hand side with the more recent updates since release. You can also see a couple more bowmen as well scattering in, and once again you can see the bannerman here looking very nice in his adorned mail armor, helmet, and his boys running up to him to go ahead and reinforce the line and help to form the shield wall. Really nice cinematic stuff. So I think the assets look amazing. They've done a great job there. I'm not sure if any of these are custom maps. You can also see the defensive shield wall. I mean, this is what this era is all about. And seeing the enemy approach it just looks absolutely awesome with defensive positions. Recently, as well, with multiplayer, a lot of the server sizes have been dramatically increasing. There's still stability issues scattered around, but honestly, they've done the Tail Worlds helping out, and the modders themselves have done a great job of really improving that and, you know, kind of helping out with stability. I know they've been getting up to like 600-700 people in one server. Granted, I don't think we'll be seeing that on the regular, but still pretty cool. We also saw a bit of a Viking duel there as well, as a man steps out to go ahead and challenge the next one, as the legendary Dane warrior holds the bridge just like Stamford Bridge, as the rest of the boys kind of circle around, allowing that honorable combat to go off. But yeah, definitely, as I was saying, I would love to see kind of, you know, large-scale Viking battles would be really cool. And multiplayer seems like it's really starting to pick up now, as a lot more of these mods are releasing. And I think this is a great idea, especially for a lot of the other single player mods, is to go ahead and start developing some sort of multiplayer contingent to it, because it just goes ahead and gives more spice. Like, I would love to see the Eagle Rising team. Again, they're such a small team, they don't really have the time or the assets to do it. But it'd be amazing, you know, if we got one of those on a multiplayer match, and just seeing all this lovely stuff go and unfold, it is just awesome. Because yeah, these Viking battles are amazing with the Great Dane axes, the flag banner, trying to hold that high, but unfortunately getting taken down. And the battles themselves really do go ahead and, yeah, it looked like a lot of fun, and especially with these big throwing spears as well. They'll penetrate the armor very effectively. Now we just have a few cinematic clips to go ahead and watch, which they were kind enough to send my way, of the forces charging up and just basically overrunning the positions. We have another one of the archer as the boys push up closer. Again, looks really good. Some beautiful work done by the team here. And then we also have a nice duel as well, as two sides go ahead and take on one another, as the shield walls do go ahead and hold the line. So I assume as well that we'll be seeing, you know, all the factions that are scheduled for the Brightwater main campaign. I assume we'll be seeing all of them implemented with custom settlements and other stuff hopefully down the line. That's one thing I am personally really looking forward to, is all the different scenes that I'm hoping that they can go ahead and add into the mod. I think, you know, the single player is going to be super rich with hill forts and beach landing and custom maps, so I would love to get kind of a taste of that into the multiplayer. And then here we go, getting the two clans getting closer and closer. And this was a kind of a small event as well. Not tons of clans, you know. Again, there are plenty of clans out there, so you can definitely find yourself in these big engagements with the spears as well. Actual combat wise as well, I was told that the actual combat is way more deadlier than vanilla. Like, these weapons are brutal. The combat itself is a little bit more slower because you're wielding these big Dane axes, so you can't really swing them as fast as, say, the vanilla two-handers or anything along them lines, but they are absolutely brutal when they hit. So you're very defensive because of all the shield walls and the size of your shields and the nature of combat. But once you do kind of like manage to get past that person's defenses and you manage to get a blade in there, you're going to be tearing them apart, and it's going to be absolutely brutal along the way. Again, there's a lot more javelins as well in the combat, so both sides will be throwing axes, javelins, their long spears as well, whether they decide to keep it. And again, it's going to be heavily more infantry based. There's going to be a handful of archers, skirmishers, and then infantry. Cavalry is going to be very rare, if at all, in this mod. So you're going to be kind of just looking to get stuck in and using teamwork to your best advantage. Again, the shields can take quite a pounding, but they do go down, and you have to be careful. If your team focuses, you can break them shields very, very effectively. And here we go, another melee. And you can already tell what I was saying, like how deadly combat is and how much slower then blades do go ahead and come down on the enemy. So there we go, guys. I wanted to go ahead and make this video because they were kind enough to go ahead and send me over some footage. And obviously this is a very, very exciting project. Right now you can go ahead and sign up so you can get in their next test event, which I'm sure they'll be doing before the mod does hopefully launch. So I'll leave a link to their Discord down there. I'll also leave a link to their mod DB if you want to go ahead and keep up to date with that mod. And definitely go check it out. And obviously, if you want to go ahead and find out more about Brightwater, the single player version of this, then that's obviously the place to be. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because whenever any major mods do get released, I'll be one of the first people to cover it, because I am searching. I spend my life at my PC on Nexus mods, refreshing every single second of every single day. So don't worry, I do it so you guys don't have to. Even over Christmas, I'll be there. So if you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one.